Hey everybody, I hope you're doing okay. You're doing alright with your other classes. I am, it's a challenge trying to keep up. I know, it's a different format, but I don't know, I think it'll get a little bit easier. I think if we can get through this, we've got exam 2 coming up. I think if we can get through that, things will go kind of a little bit better. So I imagine you're probably taking your exam 2. I know most of our engineering courses right now we're trying to do an exam right now. I don't know exactly how your other instructors are doing it. This is kind of the format that I've figured out, and I'm going to go with. And I've got my fluid students are doing it right now, and it seems to be going okay. Anyway, for you guys, your exam 2 is going to be available Thursday, April 2nd. You're going to have all day to work on that. Now, so in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how the exam is going to work. And in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about grading and why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Okay? But in this video, let's just talk about how it's going to work. There's going to be 4 questions. Okay. Now, there is a practice exam. There's a practice exam right now available in Canvas, and if it's not, it will be in the very near future, but I believe I've got a practice exam set up. And the idea of the practice exam is to give you an idea how the test will work. Okay? So, as I said, you're going to have 4 questions. They're going to be asked twice. You're going to have a timed question section. It'll have 4 parts. And basically what you're going to do on the timed section, you're going to have 5 minutes to answer basic fundamental questions on each problem. Okay? So again, there's going to be 4 questions. In the timed section, you're going to get one of the 4 questions. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, basic questions about it, of what's the simplified version of the first law that you're going to use. It'll be multiple choice. You'll pick from a group. Maybe a true-false question. Is this an adiabatic system? Is this a closed system? I don't know. It depends on the question. Right? But there'll be some basic questions that's going to count for part of your points for that particular question. And then you're going to have kind of a questions, what I'm calling just the questions section. And that's where you will submit a PDF of your solution to all 4 questions. Okay? So again, you got 4 questions. The practice exam looks the exact same way the actual test is going to look. You're going to have 4 questions. You're going to see them twice. First, there's going to be a timed section, right? And the way the way Canvas is going to be set up, you're not going to be able to access this one where you submit your PDF of the solutions until you get these done. So you're going to have to do these first. You're going to get 5 minutes with each question to answer some basic but very important questions about each problem. And then I'll give you all 4 problems again in the second part. In the second part, you're going to have 90 minutes, which is probably really generous. You're going to have 90 minutes to submit the PDF through Canvas. Do not email these to me. My email box right now is pretty full. Do not email your PDFs to me. Okay, it's just going to fill it up. That's what Canvas is for. So, you want to spend, what I would suggest is spend 75 minutes writing your solution. If you're going to do it on pen and paper, that's what I would probably suggest is spend 75 minutes, write out a complete solution just like you would on a written test. Right? Have it on some paper, and then save yourself plenty of time. I'd suggest 15 minutes. I'm giving you 90 minutes after you've already seen all 4 problems once for 5 minutes each. So you're getting 110 minutes with the problems. That's a lot more time than you're getting in a regular class period. Okay? Spend 75 minutes to make your solution. That's the normal time you would get in a test. And then take an additional hold yourself 15 minutes to generate a PDF. Okay, now somebody asked, hey, do we need to go buy a scanner? No, don't go buy a scanner. Just use your phone, use a tablet, use some kind of device that's got a camera on it. Go find yourself an app to download that. There are plenty of apps out there that are PDF generators that will take the camera input, it'll take pictures of your paper, and it'll put them together in a PDF. There's plenty of them out there. I use Android. I know there's a lot of free ones out there. I know they exist for your iDevices. If not, use a computer. Have yourself some way to do this. Do not have this figured out in advance. Do not try to spend this 15 minutes to try to figure out from scratch how you're going to get a PDF submitted to Canvas. If you go to the practice exam, there is a section where the regular question section in the practice exam, after you've done the timed questions, where you can actually submit a PDF file. Okay? Make sure you've got some way to go from paper or whatever media you're going to write your solutions, have some way to go from these solutions to a PDF file that you can send to Canvas. You guys are engineers, or you're working to be engineers, figuring out digital problems. That's always going to fall on us. That's part of our calling. So we want to get good at this. So it's a good exercise in being able to do that. Okay. All right. Again, this is the first video is just going to kind of explain how this is going to work. Go look at the practice exam. Go through the practice exam. I'm asking you questions I've already asked in the homework on the practice exam, so you can see how the process is going to work for the actual exam. But again, there's going to be 4 questions. You're going to see them twice. First, you're going to see one problem at a time. You're going to get 5 minutes with each problem, answer some basic questions about each of those problems. 5 minutes each, very rapid fire. If it were me on this section, I would probably just sit down with a blank sheet of paper read the problem just like I would read it out of a textbook, start copying, writing down what are my givens, write down what are the fundamental equations or expressions I'm going to need to solve this problem. And if you do that pretty quickly, and then you go look at the questions I'm asking, you probably have already answered those questions. That's kind of the point of this section. Is what are the main things that you need to do first to figure this problem out? Okay, and then then you've got the second section. So you've spent 5 minutes with each problem, answer some basic questions. Then we're going to go and actually write down solutions to those problems, and then send me a PDF of those. Right? If you have any questions, I'm always available in email. I've got I'm available in the chat room from about 4:15 to about 5:30 every Tuesday and Thursday, normal class time. So, and if you need me in the chat room outside of that time, send me an email. Let's set up a time that works for you, or we can figure out some kind of FaceTime or Zoom meeting. We can figure out some way to get your questions answered. But I don't know if you don't ask. Right? So let me know what your questions are, and we'll go from there. But that's kind of how this exam is going to work. So hopefully with this quick discussion, and then like I say, look at the next video. It's going to be another video where I talk about grading, how it's going to get graded, and why I've got it set up this way. All right?